Yo, what's going on, guys? And Taylor Heinicke replaced Desmond Ridder. Also, if you go on Google, it says Taylor Hallock. It's really weird. But it was an interesting game where you saw the Falcons. Yes, they lost to the Titans, but you saw Taylor Heinicke 12-21, touchdown, 175 yards. But I felt like the Falcons, the offense moved better. Bijan Robinson and Cordarrelle Patterson and Tyler, they were all like being utilized, sparsely or differently. They have that stable backs. Like, it's really not the Russian, but Drake London, Hodge, Kyle Pitts, Mac Hollins, Van Jefferson. Okay, it's crazy to think Scott Miller and Janu Smith are here now, but everybody was getting like the rock. It felt like there was more spacing. I was talking to my roommate, and he said that he felt like the reason why Desmond Ridder, who's going 8 of 12, was a combination of the fumbling and I guess gun shyness is why he got benched. And this is where we're going to pose the question: do you guys think Taylor Heinicke is going to be the starter for the rest of the season? If so, why? Because what had happened is Desmond Ridder, of course, went to the sidelines to begin the second half as Taylor Heinicke came in. And with Heinicke, they were trailing 14-3, and it was just, the offense was just lifeless. But supposedly Smith said that Taylor, he went there and he got things going, and it felt like the best thing, supposedly. And that Smith said that there's a lot of confidence in Ridder and that he was not taken out for performance issues. And the offense did come alive under, the second year's quarterback's backup, Taylor Heinicke. So it's interesting because he came in, he led to the Falcons to 2 field goal drives in the third quarter, 2 75-yard touchdown drives in the fourth, putting up, points in the four of his 6 possessions, while going, like I said, 12-21 for 175 yards. And obviously it was, better effort, and they still lost, but it raises the question that going into the rest of the season, should this team be potentially wondering if they should make a position change or, a quarterback change with Taylor Heinicke. And I agree that it's definitely a curious situation. I don't know what's the right answer, as I definitely like Desmond Ridder. I loved him coming out of college, and I thought he was a guy that was going to have great success. I honestly thought he could become like a similar player to Dak Prescott, like follow a similar career arc. And right now, the one problem I feel like he's gun shy. I feel like that's the big thing with our man, is that he's gun shy. And Desmond Ridder, as much as I love him, he's a little gun shy, and he's a fun quarterback to watch. But as you watch him, you think, okay, look, he's a guy who has the ability to come out here, and some people compared him to Alex Smith, I remember, coming out, and that there's nothing special about him, but he's a really good rhythm passer. And Taylor Heinicke, we all know what he is: moxie and gunslinger. Okay, everybody can get around to that. Everybody loves a quarterback with some moxie. But my whole thought process is, if you're trying to obviously win games and take it to the next level, I don't know if Desmond Ridder might be a little bit still green behind the ears. Is that the right phrase for us to say? And that's where I get curious to think, okay, if I'm Artie Smith, I'm trying to find the quarterbacks who's gonna help me win right now, or be able to keep my job. That's the big thing, okay, with the Falcons. I know is this year 3 already? I feel like it can't be year 3. Maybe it is, but that's the whole thing, is that, is it a time for the Falcons to make a QB change? Because Tyler Heinicke doesn't feel like he's the starting quarterback, obviously, yet. And Desmond Ridder, who's being evaluated for concussion, which I forgot to mention earlier, was the reason why he was taken out this game, was for a concussion. Obviously, they still lost, but Heinicke, who's on a 2-year deal, played better, going well. And that's where I think that, obviously, Smith said he did not take Ridder out for performance issues, but he didn't indicate that he was thinking about replacing the second-year starter with Taylor Heinicke if Desmond Ridder was healthy. He literally gave no indication about it in the press conference. As I lose the cap to my water bottle, stay healthy, ladies and gentlemen. So that's where I definitely get confused, as how do we go about, I don't know, figuring out what's the best course of action. If there's patience, you keep playing Desmond Ridder until you feel like he's a lost cause. That's my opinion. That's how I would go about it, because I think if you don't, give Desmond Ridder a full shot, play out the season, then I don't think it's really necessarily him getting a fair opportunity to be the team's franchise quarterback, because you need to take advantage of every opportunity that can be presented for him, because you don't know if he could be the guy. And at the same time, next year's draft class is a very good quarterback class. So for me, I think there's a lot to choose from, and I'm excited to hear your guys' opinions on all of this, as I definitely think it's going to be an interesting case study to watch and see if Desmond Ridder or Taylor Heinicke will be the starter next offseason. I'm serious. Like, I have questions, and I wonder, and I want to hear your guys' opinions on what do you guys think and why. Maybe I'm being a little overzealous and thinking that, Taylor Heinicke should be the guy. I'm just thinking about Artie Smith's job and how much patience. I'm trying to think, what Arthur Blank, right, is the name of the owner for the Atlanta Falcons? I can't believe that I'm like blanking on this. I'm pretty sure it is Artie. Artie's the coach and Arthur Blank's the owner. I'm like 95% sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my thought process. Let me hear your thoughts down below, guys. That's basically going to be it from me, as I guess we'll do another minute, but I don't know. I think this is all a very, 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 very interesting situation, with half of this being like what is the season expectation? Okay, if we're trying to go deep in the playoffs or be a playoff team, then obviously I think Taylor Heinicke should be the starter. That's 100% being honest. Let's go put the guy who's going to help us win games, in my opinion. And I don't know. I think that's how I see it. Maybe that's me being a bit like too much confidence in the guy, but I feel like if you're expecting to win games, then let's go ahead and give the guy who's going to win us games a chance to win games. So that's the whole thing. I don't know, but NFL football is so interesting. Also, guys, if you guys are watching, this is on my NBA channel, and I was talking about a bunch of my friends who make NFL videos, and they're all just telling me I should just not be making NFL videos on my NFL channel and just be making them on this channel, because then I'll be making NFL and basketball videos, and they'll both do well. Let me hear your thoughts down below if you made it this far, but that's it.